Hello, my name is Paige Olson and this is my friend Isabel Morton. On behalf of our Dragon family, we would like to welcome you to our second virtual Veterans Day program and our 10th annual celebration of this day.
World War I officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919 in France. However, the fighting had stopped 7 months earlier when the armistice between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11, 1918 is often regarded as the end of the war to end all wars.
In November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. It later became known as Veterans Day, with its purpose being to honor American veterans of all wars for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
That is what we want to do. Take a moment to say thank you for your service. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
My name is John Everett Engelmeyer. Ed Rothberger was my great-grandfather. He served in the Army in World War II.
My name is Maddie Shaw. Robert Emery Morenz is my great-grandfather. He was a sergeant in the Army serving in New Guinea in World War II. My name is Maddie Shaw. Everett Michael Daly Jr. is my great-grandfather. He was a lieutenant in the Army.
My name is Garrett Merkinson. John Burdett is my grandfather. He served in the Army as a specialist 5th class. My name is Garrett Merkinson. John M. Merkinson is my grandfather. He also served in the Army as a specialist 4th class.
My name is Mac McCray. Andy Fauché was my grandfather. He was a specialist 5th class serving in the 107th Finance Company from 1970 through 1971 during the Vietnam War.
My name is Emmett Powers. Kevin Hayes is my uncle. He was a major in the Army and was deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan during the Operation Iraq Freedom. Charles Hayes was my great-great-grandfather. He served in the Army during World War I in 1916. Robert Hayes was my great-great-grandfather. He served in the Army in World War II in 1943.
My name is Leah Wigo. Leah Pugo is my aunt. She is a Sergeant First Class serving in the Army.
My name is Anne Fox, and this is my sister Miriam. Philip Keating is a great uncle. He was in the Army for 36 years. He was a colonel and served in Desert Storm and Vietnam.
My name is Anna Fickey. Samuel McCall is my great-grandfather. He was a Tech 5 in the Army from 1942 to 1945 in the World War II.
My name is Giovanni Ramirez. Jeremy Valdez is my uncle, and he is currently serving in the Army.
My name is Huntley Fresk, and this is my sister, Lila Noel. John Atkins is our uncle. He was a colonel in the Army and served in the Desert Storm.
My name is Sterling Padcott. Terry Michael A.C. Jr. is my uncle. He is a Chief Warrant Officer in the Army.
My name is Joey Guzik. John D. Rosa was my great-grandfather. He was in the Army. Italo Catania was my great-grandfather. He was in the Army.
My name is John Hackney. Fred Hackney Jr. is my grandfather. He was a private first class in the Army.
My name is Andrew Waller. Gary Waller is my grandfather. He was an Army specialist and served in Vietnam.
My name is Sophie Underwood. Brant Jaster is my cousin. He served in the Army.
My name is Kieran Rowe. Larry Edwin Rowe is my grandfather. He was a corporal in the Army, serving from 1969 to 1975.
Alan Wilson is my grandfather. He was a specialist 5th class in the Army. He was a chemical and biological warfare instructor.
My name is Eloise Robinson. Angelo Charles Taddeo is my great-grandfather. He was a technical sergeant in the mechanized 15th Cavalry in the Army. He was a General Patton's driver in World War II. He received a Purple Heart. Naomi Hofstetter is my great-grandmother. She was a lieutenant nurse in the U.S. Army and served in the Korean War in 1946. Charles Bowerman is my great-grandfather. He was a captain in the Army and served in the Korean War. Peter Hayden Durant is my grandfather. He was a sergeant in the 1st Armored Division of the Army and served in Vietnam.
My name is Avery Watson. Calvin Cox is my great-uncle. He was a Sergeant E5 serving in the Army in Vietnam from 1966 to 1970.
Lee Cox is my great uncle. He was a Sergeant E5, also serving in the Army in Vietnam from 1963 to 1966.
My name is Ann Kippett, and this is my brother Riley. Jason Crick is our uncle. He was a surgeon in E5 in the Army serving the Kosovo in 1998 and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Riley Arfrost is our great uncle. He served as a private first class in the Army. He was stationed in Germany at the end of World War II. He was enlisted from 1953 to 1957.
My name is Lily Fulgham. Albert J. Caskey Jr. is my great-grandfather. He was a private in the Army during World War II from 1941 to 1945, serving in the Pacific Theater.
My name is Nora Brunton. Jamie Brunton is my uncle. He was a captain in the Army and served in the Iraq War.
My name is Josie Jakovich. John Jakovich is my grandfather. He was a corporal in the Army and served in Vietnam.
My name is Piper Balsharetti, and this is my sister Tinsley.
Owen Burchett is our grandfather.
He was in the Army and served in Korea.
Irving Berling first wrote the lyrics to God Bless America in 1918 after becoming a United States citizen.
Realizing that the words were not suited for a musical comedy he was working on, he put the paper away in a trunk.
20 years later, with the country facing war again, he wanted to write a song about peace and pulled these lyrics to God Bless America out in 1938.
My name is Nathan Doty. I'd like to introduce my grandpa, Thomas Doty. He was a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy in Korea from 1966 to 1969.
My name is Jude Shannon. Dexter Hayes is my grandfather. He served in the Navy. He's a cryptologic technician.
My name is Percy Murchak. Jesse S.C. Ellington is my grandfather. He was a private in the Navy.
My name is Jamie McDonald. David Weber is my grandfather. He served as a lieutenant in the Navy in the Korean War.
My name is Nola Ariano. Marcos Ariano is my dad. He is a lieutenant in the United States Navy.
My name is Emmett Powers. Phil Streeter was my great-great-grandfather. He served in the Navy in World War I in 1916.
My name is Matt Drews.
Michael McAllister is my uncle. He was a
Petty?
petty officer, second class E5 in the Navy. He served in Afghanistan in 2007 and in Iraq in 2009. He was enlisted from 2005 to 2010. Thomas McAllister is my grandfather. He was a petty officer in second class E5. He served in the Navy in Vietnam in 1965 and 1969. He was enlisted from 1965 to 1969.
My name is Grayson Irwin. Ronald B. Irwin is my grandfather. He was a lieutenant in the Navy, serving from 1972 to 1980.
My name is Ivan Brown. Charles Benjamin Tucker is my grandfather. He was a lieutenant in this Navy and served as a CB for 2 years.
The motto on the prisoner of war flags, "You are not forgotten, so long as there is one left in whom your memory remains." We will remember and we will always be thankful for your service. At present, more than 81,000 Americans remain missing from World War II and other conflicts that the United States has fought in. Join me in a moment of silence as we remember. Thank you.
Steve Crick is our grandfather. He was a master sergeant in the Air Force, serving in Operation Desert Shield and Storm in 1990 to 1991. Walter Kippett was a great-grandfather. He was a chief master sergeant in the Air Force, serving in Korea and Vietnam.
Brett Hughes is my cousin. He is currently serving as a major in the Air Force.
John Watson Sr. is my grandfather. He was a Sergeant E5 in the Air Force, serving in Vietnam from 1963 to 1967.
My name is Hannah Fickey. Charles Browning is my grandfather. He served in the segment in the Air Force during the Vietnam War.
My name is Scarlett Christensen. Brad Christensen is my grandfather. He served in the Air Force during World War II.
My name is Eli Tony Dando. Charles Hallett is my great-grandfather who served in the Air Force during World War II.
Robert Duca is my great-grandfather. He was a master sergeant in the Air Force from 1953 to 1976. R.T. Bailey is my great-grandfather. He was a master sergeant in the Air Force from 1955 to 1975.
Hi, my name is Isabel Morton, and this is my sister Walker.
Max Daniel was our grandfather.
He served in the Air Force.
My name is Fiona Fisner. Robert Raymond Richards is my great-grandfather. He served in the Canadian Royal Air Force in World War II.
My name is Cooper Guzzi. Scott Kimball is my uncle.
He was a gunnery sergeant in the Marines serving in Operation Iraq Freedom during his 20 years of service.
Robert Jesus is my grandfather. He served in the Marines in 1964.
My name is Graham Steinschreiber. Bryce R. Baldwin is my great-grandfather. He was a midshipman in the Merchant Marines in World War II.
My name is Xavier Richards. Darrell McClain is my uncle. He was enlisted in the Marines for 18 years and served in Iraq.
Jonathan Nixon is my uncle. He was a E-5 serving in the U.S. Coast Guard from 1997 to 1903.
Patriotic songs have boosted our morale in times of crisis, strengthened our resolve in eras of uncertainty, and rekindled pride in who we are and what we represent as a great nation.
Well, Grand Old Flag was written as a tribute to the U.S. flag by George M. Cohan in 1906. He used it in his musical George Washington Jr.